Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for the OPTC video, and in today's video, it's treasure map time, baby! Going up against Orochi and Kaku, as well as Lucci Kaku this particular season, over in the new world. And in today's video, we are utilizing the no new batch and no 10.5 anniversary characters to take down the mini bosses as well as the final boss. Now, I did state in the video, you do want to try and find Stussy friend captains, so we are going to use Stussy as an intrusion fight friend captain and a final boss friend captain. So hopefully you guys can find Stussies. There's been people posting their IDs over in the Discord, so go check them out there. You'll be able to sort of pick up a few friends here and there to get the Stussies on your friends list. It's going to help you guys out immensely, not only for your point gain, but just to make the content easier. Once we sort of get down the line, once you hit 10 million points, honestly, just farm the maps anyway, and just bring whatever friend captain to beat it. And you can just like bring a substitute unit that's sort of doing what you need Stussy to do for that particular fight. Like for one of the fights, she's using poison to kill the mob enemies. The other fight, she's removing barriers. So you can basically just sort of fix it up there. But taking on Orochi and Kaku first, there was something that I did overlook, and that was not having two units on the intrusion team to trigger either Crocodile superclass or the two units for Stussy's super type. So what I've actually done here is I've got Atlas. She's a 1.25 booster. If you guys don't have this Atlas, you can basically just bring like any unit that is a 1.35 booster or 1.25 or higher, basically your highest point booster that meets the requirements for Crocodile or Robin. So if you have this particular Straw Hat unit, that's going to trigger the Luffy, so that way you can then do the 1.35, but we're not using them in today's video. Obviously, if you have York, you can just bring York. If you have Treasure Map Luffy, you can bring him. You can bring Atlas, like I'm doing in today's video. And then if you go down the bottom here, you have stuff like the free-to-play Luffys, the free-to-play Robin is a really good option, and you also have the York and the Pythagoras unit as well that you could actually bring there. So Atlas is going to be the best option when it comes to this, so I'm going to bring Atlas. Let's see if we can find some Stussy friend captains. It is going to be a little bit challenging to find Stussy, obviously, because not a lot of people are summoning on this treasure map banner. We just had back-to-back anniversary exclusive banners, so I do understand the issue of not having Stussy as a friend captain, but look, there's always a percentile of people that are summoning, and there's always going to be people with Stussy. Like, there's always going to be those people out there. So here we are. We have a Rainbow Stussy here. We'll slap that one on. The Karina support actually works great on Nami Carrot, so just be mindful of that for some damage reduction. Other than that, that's the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive on in. Now, we have a 9.09 times multiplier. If you can use Zoro, that Zoro I did have on the team, you probably can, honestly, because he gives himself a 1 orb when you use his special. He's getting buffed because he's driven, but he's really not doing all that much for the team, so just taking him off works well. And I wanted to make this easy for the video. If you guys want to try and use Zoro like I was doing, then like go for gold there, but the goal here is to sort of just make life a little bit easier. So we're getting quite a lot of healing there, thanks to the Stussy friend captain. We have damage reduction with Crocodile as well, that's always fun. And on turn 2, we are going to get a full water bomb orbs, which Vegapunk actually makes matching. I actually totally like spaced on that. As you can see, the bleed doesn't get removed. So that's a little bit annoying on the whole Stussy part of things there. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use the Carrot and Nami special. That's going to give us a full water orbs, chain lock, and then we have our end of turn healing, which is nice. Okay, there we go. So Stussy's actually going to proc when the bind's removed. Very interesting to note. She does it again. So she just removes the bleed completely. That's massive. So you don't even need to use her special in this turn. We don't even need to use her special at all. That's actually huge. So like we can use Atlas here if we want to. Yeah, like we don't even need the block orbs either. Like, oh no, we do for the final stage, don't we? Yeah, we do for the final stage. So see how much damage you have here just with the chain lock. Yeah, plenty of damage. Crocodile's also doing that that 10% at the start of the quest as well. And then we can just basically kill here, and this is free, right? Nice. All right, so we still have the damage reduction. It is only 30%, so we do go down to, yeah, we're still above 80% HP, surely. We're above 80%, right? Or 85%, whatever we need to be. Yeah, easy mode. Okay, so we lose Atlas there, so that's why you can use the Atlas special on this turn. We get special reversed on our bottom row and our top row. We have the support of Mr. 3 for some damage reduction on this final stage. But basically, to take care of this stage here, we're going to use the Vegapunk special. Vegapunk's going to be our orb booster here. Okay, so the block orbs are only on the top and the bottom. Like, what? The block orbs only seem to be on type orbs, maybe? I don't really know. But we're going to use the super type of Stussy anyway. Just going to rotate the block orbs. We can now get a conditional buff. We get a bunch of healing. We can double stack conditionals, obviously. They can be double increased. We have tap timing, threshold removal with Orochi and Kaku. And then Crocodile's going to give us an attack buff and a chain boundary buff. With this, like, it's just free. Like, it's just, like, it's easy kill. We are going to take 150,000 damage on death. But as you can see, like, even without the damage reduction, we can tank it. But if you can just use, like, any damage reduction at all for that final stage, like, it's going to help out a lot. Like, even running supports that give side damage reduction, or a ship, for example, that gives damage reduction, like, that's going to help out immensely, just absolutely immensely for that fight. So pretty easy stuff there. Obviously, bringing Stussy helps out a lot, but as you can see for this fight, she's way more essential on the intrusion than she is for the final boss. And at the end of the day, once you hit 10 million points, if you can't find Stussy, just don't fight the intrusion. No one's forcing you to fight the intrusion, like, no one. So let's make our way. Oh, that's so annoying. Let's see if it works. 30% chance. Damn, let's go. Oh, man. I'll say, like, not having the boosters and getting a legendary map card is, like, hurts my soul, if I'm being honest with you. Because the 30% is so low. 1,000 tickets, we take that every day of the week. It's so low that the chance of that actually proccing is just ridiculous. But we got lucky. So there we are. Let's take on S-Shark now, and the team we're utilizing uses double Nami Karina. Nami Karina, absolute go-to when it comes to treasure map. They could actually be used as your, like, final boss captain, but, like, Crocodile is just so good to work as a cerebral buffer. So we're going to go same character. Shout out to Rizzy. Surprised Rizzy's Stussy hasn't popped up, actually. We want to start as the Karina variant, and then one as the Nami. That way we don't have to swap orbs and stuff like that. That's the team. Let's dive on in. Obviously, the ship for these teams is completely replaceable as well. So you guys can bring literally, like, anything that you like. On turn 1, we're going to use Brook to wave clear. And then we're going to use Tesoro to wave clear on turn 2. So Tesoro wave clearing gives us Rainbow Orbs and Chain Lock, which is always fun. Brook obviously waves clears quite nicely. Oh, well, he doesn't give us Rainbow Orbs. He gives us the Super Orb Lock. So, yeah, my bad. I thought he gave Rainbow Orbs. Oh, maybe that's his super type. His super type gives Rainbow Orbs. Alright, well, I spaced there. Either way, like, you get the orb lock mechanic, so, like, you get orbs on this final stage anyway. So, to get around the paralysis, we have Nami, and then we can use Karina for an orb buff. We're on the map, so, like, this is just sort of free. You'd have to be careful of the super burn, though. You have a chain lock, though, so, like, the damage is pretty easy if you guys hit greats. As you can see, we have one orbs in the middle. We have matching orbs on the bottom, as well as the top row. You have an orb boost, you have color affinity with Koala as well. Koala gives you back a heal too, so that works out quite nicely. But if you really want to, you could replace Koala with anyone that, like, does some sort of burn removal. I just use Koala because she's 1.25 booster, and, like, she's just getting, like, good damage output. Gold card, we love gold cards. What's a gold card got? Oh, damn. Okay, let's see if this one works. Yo, we're popping off with the nav levels. No booster meta, let's go. Holy. Alright. Cool. And then we get another stamina refresh. I'm going to let this play out because, like, this is a bonus map. And I have a lot to say about Treasure Map right now because I actually don't have any of the boosters for once, which is kind of weird. Kind of weird feeling. But moving forward, it's definitely something that I really want to put into practice. How many ones are we getting, guys? Alright, well, we're not going to use that now because, like, we're doing a video, but and having 3 spots is kind of annoying. Honestly, I don't like that chest, but for the sake of the video, let's do it. Let's do it. See what it is. Anything fun? No, never. It's never anything fun. I would normally go the other way, take a little bit longer, pick up a few more items, you know. If I have the boosters, obviously there's, like, a chance of more cards, so that's always fun too. So moving on to the next fight, we're going up against S-Bear. They want you to use Zoro for this fight. You can use Zoro as a captain. It's going to make life a little bit easier because you can basically get his auto proc on turn 1. But the problem is when you run 2 Zoros, sure, you're getting more points. Don't get me wrong, 1.35 times 1.35. But you have to sit through the special animation on turn 1 as a guaranteed. So that's kind of annoying. Does he make the right slot Wano orbs? He must. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know he did that as a sub. Okay. But yeah, you have to sit through the animation, which is super, super frustrating because it auto procs at the start of every turn. So what I plan on doing is utilizing him on turn 2 and then just sort of tapping, and that way you actually still have the Vista special on the final stage. So that way you're sort of just getting a little bit more damage output with this team because you don't have an orb booster. So it works out quite nicely. So we have Nami Carrot. They're going to be the chain boundary, all that fun stuff. But as you can see, like actually now that I remember, like it doesn't really matter because you're just utilizing the end of turn damage from Zora. Like, yeah, cool. It's like 105. What was that? Was that 1 million? I think Esper has 500,000 HP, and I don't think that scales. If you guys have done some nabs, or like, I'll pin a comment, I guess, once I do a little bit more runs. But the idea is to just use that Zoro special and let his end of turn damage kill. Like, that's what I'm expecting to work forever. I might be wrong, and if it's not, then we're gonna have to, like, you know, run Ace or something like that. Halloween Ace as a captain, just to get around the special reverse, which is super, super lame, honestly. Moving on to the next mini-boss, we have S Snake. We're running Cat Flapper as our captain, and we're only bringing one boosted unit for this fight. We are now in a world where we are only bringing one booster to the mini-boss fights, which is crazy, honestly, absolutely crazy. And you don't have to do this, like, you can bring boosted characters, no one's stopping you. I just find that these mini-bosses give you, like, dog shit points, so there's no point really bringing boosted characters if it's going to take you longer. Like, if you can bring boosted characters and it's still working at a, like, substantial speed, sure, go for gold. Like, bring boosted characters. If you have the actual recommended characters, they're usually going to be very, very good too. But, look, at the end of the day, we're here for a fast time. We're here for a good time, fast time, not a long time, you know? Alright, so it's attack down by 7 turns, there's bind, damage nullification, and threshold. We have a bunch of supports here to help us out, and then use the Marco special to sort of bypass the rest of that. Cat Viper can be your attack booster, he can also be your orb booster. You just need to use him the turn before, and you're good to go. That way you get the carryover of the clock buff turning into an attack boost. You have the other Cat Viper to be orbs, and then Marco gives you a chain boost. Should work pretty, like, straightforward, to be honest. I don't know if I have color for you. I think I have Momo on that team. Momo I put there as like a stand-in if you guys have the legend Momo, and then you can just replace Shirahoshi with another higher booster. But at the moment, look, that's what I've got, and I wanted a little bit more color affinity for the actual team though. Onto the S Hawk fight now. We are running Roger. This particular fight has special bind and special reverse. So if you have a character that is a captain that can bypass special reverse or special bind, it's going to work exceptionally well. And if you guys don't have Roger, you can actually just use the Zoro that I have on the team. He's going to work as an alternative as a special bind removing captain. He already here for some one orbs at the start of the fight, but Roger doesn't get all of the cooldowns that we need. So we're actually utilizing what's his name, Zoro, for the 2-turn cooldown there, and then we're using the chain lock shenanigans of Izo Kiku, an absolute fantastic strat that has worked time and time again when it comes to treasure map. And now, as you can see, Roger is 1 turn away, which is so annoying, like so frustrating. But look, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Not that big of a deal. We can just use Carrot and Wanda, get the cooldowns there, and then use Roger to remove the defense up on this final stage. That way, we get an attack boost, we get color affinity, we get orbs. Like, we basically just get everything we need, and then we're off to the races. Beautiful. Unfortunately, we don't have a Super Tandem on the team though. I would have loved to have, like, I don't know, a Luffy or a Shanks or something like that, just to give like the Super Tandem, but look, lo and behold, here we are. Mine's level 5, so like I kind of really wanted to use it, but at the end of the day, it's not that big of an issue. Like, we could definitely limit break expand Roger, or find a friend captain that's limit break expanded, and that way we don't even have to use the Carrot Wonder special, which is awesome, to be honest. Team works great. I'm a big fan of that team. On to the final fight now against Lucci and Kaku. We are utilizing Croc. This team, I don't think it's changed since I put out the prep video. Like I said, I did have to make a change to the other team, but this team should be absolutely fine. So let's go boosted effects again. Let's grab ourselves a Stussy, and let's dive on in. That's the team. Those are the supports. Let's go. So obviously we have Atlas on this team as well, so I wasn't like super upset with bringing her on the intrusion. But just like on the intrusion, if you have any of those other characters, well, for this one you need the Stussy, so it needs to be either Lucci Kaku, or it needs to be the Vegapunks. That basically has to happen. So let's kill these turtles. Let's move on to turn 2. I like tapping with in characters. They get the matching orbs thanks to the Crocodile Captain ability. On turn 2, we come against Lucci. He's going to give us a full board of block orbs and blow away one of our bottom row characters. So you're going to lose one of those characters no matter what. You also get a bunch of paralysis. This is where we're going to use the special of Vegapunk. Vegapunk's going to give us any buff that we want, really. Let's go attack buff. Attack buffs, look, it's always nice having an attack buff, you know? Then we're going to use the super class of Crocodile. That's going to give us HP guard, lol. And then it's also going to rotate all those orbs into matching. And with that, we can basically just go with some attacks, can't we? I don't imagine we need to use anything else here. I guess we could, like, use Stussy if we need to, but, like, there's a barrier in the final stage too, so, like, I'd rather use Stussy there. I guess we can use Orochi here too, because if Orochi got blown away, we would use the Atlas special, and that would give us the attack boost on this stage, and then we can use the orb boost of Vegapunk. We have to hit 3 goods, so we're going to go hit your goods. Oos. Beautiful. We have some chain shenaniganry with the Orochi, plus we'd have like an attack or an orb buff with the Atlas and the Vegapunk unit, so the damage there should not be a problem. On the final stage, there is 3 mob units in the back. They all have very low HP, but they have a barrier, they have threshold, and they have defense up. This is where we need the Stussy super type. Like, we have to have the Stussy super type. There's also 6 turns of Despair on this turn, so this is where we're going to actually use the special of Robin. Robin's going to give us a conditional buff. Well, actually, no, we don't, because she doesn't have the Luffy support. Then with the Mr. 3 support, we get the 1 turn of cooldown on Crocodile. Very important that we get that. So we get the attack buff, we get the chain boundary for 3 turns. We now have the super type of Stussy to apply poison. Now that should kill the back units. I'm banking that it kills the back units. If it doesn't, I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they're thinking, man. Like, I don't know what realm they are living in that they think that is going to be okay. So let's tap with you. Yeah, sweet. Okay, so we'll just stop tapping now, I guess, and call it a day. Boom. Beautiful stuff. So if you guys don't have Stussy as a friend captain there, all you need to do is bring a character that can poison. Like I said, Magellan's a really, really good option. You have Reiju, who's another int cerebral character. Definitely is going to work fine. Obviously, you're probably going to have to stall a little bit because, like, you want to get their specials ready. Magellan's great because he can just activate it with his super type, not knowing if you'll have that ready. But I'm just trying to, like, spitball for you guys because I know a lot of people are saying, I can't find Stussy, what do I do? And at the end of the day, like, if you just get the milestones done, hell, if you just get the skulls for the character, you've already done Treasure Map right. But that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Loads!